Radical.
What I'm about to share with you is a rumor. Hopefully it's not true, but all the signs are pointing that it is true. By signs, I mean a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of people are pointing to this leak being legit because there is a well-known leaker. I've never heard of him. Apparently he's a well-known leaker named Bill/Kun. That's his name, Bill/Kun. I'm guessing it's a he because, well, there's two Bills in the name. The leak is that Sony is actually reducing the size of the PlayStation 5 Slim in Europe. Well, the all digital version, they're reducing not the size of the console, which would be kind of cool, even slimmer, a super slim. They're reducing the size of the hard drive inside of that system. Man, we got some first. We've already had first in the past few years, which means the first time consoles have ever went up in price, not down in price, for all the systems. Switches, PlayStations, Xboxes, various ones, and the games have went up in price. The controllers, the accessories, all the shit's going up. The same stuff. Not new stuff, the same exact stuff. Well, this is a rare situation where they're apparently shrinking the size of the 1 terabyte drive in the Slim Digital Edition from 1 terabyte to like 800, something like that. Which, if you think about it, is even less than that because the 1 terabyte is a fucking lie because you don't get to use all that 1 terabyte. But that's nothing new. That's hard drives. It's been that way ever since like the 360. You know, you get a 20 gigabyte advertised drive, but it's actually 13.7. And nowadays it's, it's funny to actually see people trying to install more than 2 games on that tiny hard drive. But the difference is with a 360, those systems you didn't have to install the game in most cases. That was just an option. But you know how things go nowadays. You have a hard drive, you have to install the game. Even if you got the disc, you got to install the game on that hard drive. What is a head scratcher here is they chose, apparently if this leak is true, Sony chose to reduce the size of the hard drive on the all digital edition, the shitty edition, and not the disc version. I guess it wouldn't really matter, right? Because, either way, you got to install everything on the hard drive. That's just kind of weird that they would make a choice to do it on just the all digital edition. So, my thoughts here is, well, I'm not surprised if this is the case, because this is the next step, other than raising the price again in Europe on the PlayStation 5. I don't know the strategy here because instead of increasing the price to, $50 more or, $20, $30 more, you are going to save 200 gigabytes of SSD storage. If I had that sound effect in the background, I would play it. The wow, wow. You know what I'm talking about. I'd be playing that sound effect. Like, 'cause what the fuck is the difference? How many more years is the PS5 going to be out? A couple more years. Where it's going to be relevant until the PS6 drops. So you really got to be this fucking petty, apparently, and it's a leak. Just a leak. Hopefully this is not the case. But if this leak is true, then Sony is actually putting that shrinkflation on their systems right now in Europe. So that's just Europe. What happens in the US? I mean, you're going to have to, I guess, update the SKUs, change the SKUs in the store, and you can't advertise that it's 1 terabyte anymore. How pathetic would that be? Just looking at the box, we've always saw 500 gigabyte storage, 250 gigabyte storage, 1 terabyte, 800 gigabyte storage. It just doesn't seem like that's real. That's why I question this leak here. But everybody's going with this leaker. They think this is the case. And apparently this new system is supposed to drop on the 13th. So, anyone listening in Europe, you have a little over a week to get yourself if you're going to get the digital one, which I don't know why you would, it's just a shitty one and everything. If you're going to get the digital PS5, you best act quick if you want the extra 200 gigabytes. And some people might say, these game file sizes, damn, the new Call of Duties, the Battlefields, all these damn games are, 100 plus gigabytes anyways. So what even does that matter at all? Supposedly, if this leak is correct, I hope it's not correct. I hope I'm wrong. I hope people come here on the 13th and say, Rick, you were dead wrong about it. Any Europeans come here on the 13th, I would say, hell yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm not right on this. I wonder if it goes down, if Sony will try to put a positive spin on it like, hey, this is a PS5 Slim, and we mean it. We're slimming down the hard drive, huh? Nah, I'm just kidding. There's no positive spin you can put on this shit.